green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented are submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Good afternoon, and God bless you. You are listening to KNLY 91.1 The Boss, and I am Orlando Daniels, your host of today's Entrepreneur, and we are excited. It's Thursday. We're excited about this whole weekend. There's so many events that are transpiring, taking place that we are a part of. But one of the key things that I'm excited about is because it's way past breakfast and it's definitely past lunch a little bit for me, but I have some wonderful people in the studio this morning or this afternoon sharing with us. We have Mr. San Ching and his daughter Kayla. Am I saying that correctly? Kalia Ching as well. They are not just the owners of Taste the Asian, but he also has a business for all my car people out in Conroe. I just told him I wish I had met him a few weeks ago when I broke down on 105. But Lake Conroe Automotive. Mr. San, I'm sorry. Am I saying it correctly?
Yeah, you can. Yes,
yeah, San or Son?
Son.
Yep. Mr. Son, tell them about your business.
All right. The first business is going to be the new business is actually Taste the Asian. We, of course, make Asian food, whatever you can think of: egg rolls, noodles, fried rice. But what we brought here today are the three most popular dishes: the kimchi fries with steak, the egg roll, vegetable.
Okay, so tell me, this is the fries, right?
That's the kimchi fries right there.
I got fries. Now, what's all in this? Am I going in the right? There we go.
There you go.
Am I going? Tell me what we have here on this particular dish.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to her because she's the one that created the dish.
Okay.
She makes it.
We have fermented cabbage. It is a kimchi topped with spicy mayo and beef.
Wow. Okay. Now this here has fried egg.
Yes.
Okay. And I love a good cooked fried egg with the yolk still in it. But this has several things. So tell me about this dish here.
That's one of our biggest sellers. The mama noodles, the beef mama noodles. It has mixed veggies with the beef inside, topped with sesame seeds and fried egg.
Okay, and this last dish, I know there's some kind of roll because I'm ready to start dipping. So tell me what I have.
That is the vegetable spring roll.
Okay.
And next to it is the chicken pot sticker. We deep fry our pot stickers because I think everything tastes good deep fried.
Well, you only brought this for me to try, right?
Hey, you the boss.
Ivan, our tech, he's already had lunch, so he may not want any of this, but Ivan can eat, so he may want to take some home. And then Ty Smith, who actually introduced me to Mr. Son in relations to an event for Break for this weekend. If you hadn't gotten your tickets, we have some here available, but this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for you to get some great Asian food because Mr. Son, Taste the Asian, is going to be one of the food trucks at this particular event, correct?
That's correct.
Now, how I know how I've been watching some shows, okay, and there's a show on the food trucks. I don't know if you've been seeing this, but there's an actual show on food trucks now. And they are actually mobile. Are you actually at a particular location, or do you go to different events?
As of right now, we want to be at a location in Conroe, but we've been booked 2 months in advance before we even open. We were just hyping the food trailer up, say, hey, we're going to come out, taking pictures, posting it on Instagram. Like, the way Ty reached out to me is how everybody else reached out to us. Hey, can you do this event? Can you do that event? And our schedule is fully booked, but we really want to have a set location in Conroe. As of right now, it's all events on the weekends.
Wow. Listen, I'm sorry. This food is good. Ivan, you should have waited for lunch. You know what I mean, like really. Anybody want any of this? I don't want to be selfish. I'll pass it around.
Oh yeah.
Now, how did you get over into starting a food truck, having an actual business in relation to food, going from being automotive?
Well, first, automotive, man, I never enjoyed cars, you know what I mean? Growing up, my father was a mechanic. He owns the shop, but he was like, you know, very, very tough love, you know, and always wanting us to be into cars, do what he want us to do, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't want to follow that footstep. And look at where I'm at now, you know what I mean? I didn't realize that. You know, and he was really trying to show me, you know, what I need to be doing. Cars is very easy to work on, you know what I mean? If you can follow a flow chart, you can pretty much do things with cars, you know what I mean? There's instruction already on there. But he got me, he didn't get me into cars. He made me not like cars. It's weird because the way it played out, I had a donut shop also. I had a donut shop, but growing up, it's all cars.
Okay.
We had a donut shop, and you know, I was sitting out my drive-through window, and right next door to the donut shop is an automotive shop, and that automotive shop never opened. I guess they want to open whenever they feel like it, and it was pretty much our downtime at the donut shop. I sat out, pondered, looked outside my drive-through window. I was like, man, we've been in cars. We were with cars all our lives. I could make that to something big, you know? And I got together with my brothers. I was like, hey, let's do this, you know what I mean? If donut doesn't work out, let's do something that really we know all about is cars. I had a brother that's a mechanic. My other brother he had management skill. I was a promoter, you know what I mean? That's what we did. So we got into it together, you know what I mean? Got my dad involved, flew him down from Michigan, and we sold him on a dream, you know? And then that's how we got the Lake Conroe Automotive. 3 brothers came out and joined forces in the automotive shop, and happened.
So I'm shifting gears in this conversation because I'm just laughing because my father too is a mechanic, and I was just sharing a few days ago with someone that my dad was really trying to set me up for success.
Yeah. Where
I didn't have to work for anybody, but for me it was, you know, I don't want to be a grease monkey. I was this pretty boy. I just did not want to get my hands dirty and have all the oil up on that just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And I realized my dad was putting me in a position where not only could I be able to help myself, but help others and save a ton of money. So I know your dad is getting the last laugh, because the very thing that you found fault with became the very thing that has now positioned you, by which you're now able to position others. So I applaud you for just letting, you know, what angered you at one point.
Yeah.
And then looking at the donuts are not working, I still have something, you know, that I can fall back on. I tell anybody I'll never be unemployed because I'm a barber by trade, and I can take this anywhere in the world. I don't care wherever I go. This is a trade that you can't take from me. So how did you decide that not only am I going to establish the automotive, but what about the food?
All right, the food. We both trained jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Out in Conroe, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And after a long day of training, you know, you sit on the sideline, you know, you have time to think. And my buddy who's in the Air Force, Daniel Diaz, who has a food trailer also, and we actually started together at the same time. He was like, man, I'm about to get out the Air Force in about 1.5 years, man. I don't know what to do. I was like, man, bro, you can cook. Your wife can cook. The food is good. I mean, let's go into business together. Let's start a cafe or some type of restaurant. And we were just sitting there. I was like, man, nah, the overhead's too much. So we put it on the table. We like, man, let's go mobile. So we never have a set location. You know, we can just let everybody experience. Those that can't come out to our restaurant, we can go to them. And that's how it started, was from the gym, you know what I mean? Training, clearing our mind, him being in a position where he don't know what to do. And, you know, I'm like, man, let's make something happen. You know, we're young, we're hungry, and nothing could stop us.
You know, I'm listening to your story, and everything that you've communicated has been tied to looking at something that isn't working, and choosing to move over into other areas that you really didn't even realize was going to be your means by which you can leave a legacy behind. You have your daughter. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
15.
15 years of age, and you're creating dishes already.
Yes.
Now, have you always had a passion for food or cooking?
Yes. Being in the donut shop, I'd like to just mess around and try to create my own food. So I came up with the kimchi fries to put that on the menu. Since it is Taste the Asian, you want to incorporate all types of Asians, Korean, Laos, Cambodian, everything. But my dad, he has helped me figure out that I've wanted to open a cafe. I want to open a cafe, not sure when, but that's always been my dream. Being around food, everyone cooking, that's what I've been going for.
You know, I know that this is going to happen a lot sooner than you realize. Having the kind of father that you have, and listening to his drive and his passion for what he does, you're definitely a model for entrepreneurs. I mean, when I listen to what you've communicated thus far, and you've chosen to just step out outside of your swag and your shoes, that I'm like, I got to get a pair of those, but you have literally raised the bar and set the standard, not just in food truck business, but as a whole. Being a father, taking the entrepreneur spirit, sharing it with your daughter, getting her prepared for her own dreams, and then having the automotive thing that you really didn't want to do. What would be next for Son?
You know what? Expanding. Another food trailer.
Okay.
I mean, because food, it seems like everybody loves to eat. You know what I mean? There's times where, I manage the automotive shop, but there's times I have to go out there and help out when we have an overflow of work, and I get out there and get dirty, and you know how Texas is so hot, and it's frustrating sometimes. And I was like, man, I want to just stay clean. I just want to stay clean. Food, my wife, hey, shout out to my wife, because my wife works really hard in that food trailer. It's just hot.
Let me get you out of trouble. Mention wife's name. Don't just say wife.
My wife, Kelly Chang, and my daughter, Lena. You know what I mean? They help out a lot. She's out there stir-frying noodles, everything, And she loves to cook also, and that's where she gets it from, too, And I kind of, brought them up. I was like, hey, look, be your own boss, because you working for somebody else. You don't know how things are going to play out, you know what I mean? They might let you go, the company might capsize and shut down and you be out of work. Find a trade, find passion in that trade, and just go with it,
When we consider, and I say this often, a person's peace is tied to their passion. That's when you're right in what you were purposed and born and created to do.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't discover their purpose in life until years down the road. Some people discover it early and start setting trends. I just saw recently a young lady that's here in Houston. She started her own sauce, and so to have your daughter, to have your family, and it's a family affair. When we consider the food truck industry, because for me, I learned it when I moved to Texas. It wasn't big and it's as broad as it is now throughout the country. What sets Taste the Asian apart from anyone else, other than you're serving Asian food?
Our service. I would say our service. You know what I mean? We love the food truck community. Everybody's all friendly. But there's times where we go into a food truck park, and we go and, place our order. A lot of them sometimes aren't happy, you know what I mean? They just here to take your order. But when you come to our food trailer and really taste the Asian, you don't just get the great food, but you get great service. You know what I mean? You get a person that's at the window taking your order, smiling. Is there anything else we can do for you? You know what I mean? We'll bring out the food to you, And we always love to give more. We service is by far the most important thing with our food.
Let me say this. First of all, Ty, can you pass that back? Yeah. I sent it around, and I never got my spring rolls back over here. And the noise you all are hearing in the background is me opening these containers because this food is excellent. I love French fries, just period. And I've never had this kind of French fry that I'm sold. Like literally. So I'm sorry, I'm still chewing and trying to get this conversation out. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to give them, our listeners and followers, general information to get in contact with you, because I just saw on Facebook a group that I'm in called BizConnect. Somebody is looking for an actual food truck to come to an event.
Okay. You can find us on Facebook at what is it? Taste the Asian Food Trailer, and on Instagram, Taste the Asian Food Trucks.
Okay.
So that's where you can find us, or you can reach us out. My number is 832-239-7503, or get us on Gmail, tastyasian@gmail.com.
Listen, if you want a great experience, you want to treat your palate to something wonderful, I'm going to encourage you to come out tomorrow night. Blake Break. All the information is not only on KNLY 91.1, the Boss's page, but it's also on Orlando Daniels. You'll see it everywhere. Ty Smith. You all need to come, not just for the music, but come for this food. Are you going to make the fries tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm going to come hungry. So I encourage you all that listen, great food. Get connected with Taste the Asian. If you need car work done, Lake Conroe Automotive. Most importantly, it's a family affair, and I encourage you all to become a part. Meet me tomorrow night. We're gonna share some fries. We're gonna share some food. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's Entrepreneur, KNLY 91.1 The Boss. I'm your host, Orlando Daniels. You all be blessed. Make it a great week.